What it is, boys and gals and fish people.
What it do, Dickie Dines crew?
Dickie Diners, dude.
Alright, I'm done with that.
Good.
Today we're looking at your worst drunk night ever.
Ever on
Ever.
record. Tell us your darkest drunky stories.
Your darkest deeker secrets.
Deeker secrets.
Your darkest, deepest secrets.
My darkest secrets.
So we went to Facebook as we do. If you haven't liked the Facebook page, go do it, because this is where we ask these questions. And you might see yourself featured in a future video.
And you might not. If not,
If you're funny.
assume one of two things.
If you have an
Either
interesting
you're not
life.
funny, or you didn't fucking see it.
Yeah, maybe
One
that.
of the two things. Yeah, let that fester. Were you
Fester.
were you unfunny, or did we maybe just not see it?
Fester.
Suffer, motherfucker.
Alright, first up, we got Sam Couch. He says, the first time I ever drank Fireball, and also the first
Always
time...
Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball is terrible.
Fireball and tequila.
Also the first time I ever blacked out. All I remember is getting chased around the garage by my fiance's mom with a taser, which is my worst fear, to be tasered. Right before blacking out, she tased my ass cheek. This sounds like some odd...
That's your worst fear.
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
tased. That's a pretty dealable thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, and also like being chased around by your
that's kinda
fiance's mom tasing your ass cheek. Is that like a weird
Yeah, was it
foreplay
like
thing
a
for her?
was she like it was like a pinch on the cheek to her? Was she just like I'm gonna get you and you're like fucking stop?
Yeah, like does your
Or was
fiance's
it
mom want to
malicious,
fuck
like-
you? And it's just like I'm gonna get you.
You said your first time you ever drank Fireball. I was gonna say it sounded like you were younger. Was
Yeah.
this like pre-fiance? So it was just like get away from my daughter. Taste.
Yeah, what did you do to get to deserve to be chased around with a taser? Is my question. We need backstory.
Yeah, boy.
Backstory,
Boy or
people.
girl. I'm
Backstory. All right. Fred Inglis says, I got so drunk that I thought I was high, and I began panicking loads when my parents came through the door. Turns out, I spent 30 minutes crying and trying to explain that I'm just drunk to a picture of my parents. Yeah, that is some seriously
That's
drunk.
really drunk.
That's like, that's drunk.
Yeah, that's like by yourself. Like somebody comes in the room and is like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Yeah.
and you're just like, "I swear I'm not."
I know, right?
Just talking to the
To
picture.
mistake your parents for a picture of your parents,
Oh my god.
you have to be very
That's very,
intoxicated. Yeah.
Did you get Justin's on here?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did.
I was gonna say I was gonna tell that if not.
It's up here. Alright, Ty Aaron. This one confuses me. It says, my drunk dad told me to throw all the cans into the bonfire when I was 6. One of the cans was black spray paint. It exploded and splattered my hands, eyes, and face. My dad thought I needed an exorcism, but the dumbass didn't know I was already burning. We haven't spoken since I became an adult.
My dad thought I needed an exorcism.
So it sounds like you have a lot more issues with your dad than
Yeah.
just this one
so-
incident.
So I'm confused. Did he set you up? Like he gave you the cans because he wanted you to be absolved through fire?
I
Or
think what
was-
happened was he didn't know, and then when it exploded, and then the black paint went all over her hands and her face and stuff, the dad was like, "She's a demon!
That's pretty
Exorcise
dumb.
her!"
That's a pretty dumb reaction.
But then to say we haven't spoken since I became an adult, so does he still think you're possessed?
yeah,
Like,
and you
what?
said when you were 6.
Yeah.
So like, have you not spoken to
Yeah,
him since
that's
then?
12 years of
Man.
a terrible life with your father, and
Just
then
just
not
over
speaking to him.
mixercism.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be something more to this
Yeah.
than just like one incident. That
Unless he's just like, no, she's a demon now. Like I'm not. Nope. Like,
yeah. Well, I can't tell if that is that a girl or
I don't know, you
is
said-
that a guy. It's a Ty Aaron. It might be a dude. Anyways,
Oh,
please
wait,
let us
yeah,
know what the problem is with your father. Tyler Scott says, embarrassed myself by drinking more than I should have at a kegger, to the point where I was told numerous times not to eat the brownies. Well, I don't remember them telling me no, so I was alone in the kitchen later and smashed on half the tray.
Oh no.
Come to find out they were pot brownies. I ended up on the couch thinking an infomercial was Fallout 4 gameplay.
Hell, what infomercial are you watching?
Yeah, that you thought was Fallout 4 gameplay.
You know what sucks about infomercials too is that like, if you're that level of drunk where you're like, this TV's just staying like this, I'm not moving, but it's like, it caps out at like an hour and then
Yeah.
it'll just start playing the same shit, but it's like a different order.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, I've seen all of this before, but fuck.
But he was so high, he thought it was
He thought it
Fallout
was
4.
gameplay. Like what?
So-
What infomercial are you fucking watching?
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet drunk. Girl, you were high as fuck though.
I've never eaten a pot brownie, even when I was doing a lot of weeds.
Doing a lot of weeds.
I've never eaten a pot brownie.
Dude.
I can't relate to like that experience.
It's fucking scary.
But yeah, that sounds pretty intense to me. Liam Kenyon says this. This is my drunk story. Started drinking mid-afternoon with a few friends. Ended up going to a party at one of their flatmates' new house. Knew nobody, so I drank more. Was sick in their front garden, and they shut me out. Passed out on their front step, and this was taken shortly after. So my question is, like, who goes to someone's house and then realizes, I don't know anybody here, so I'm just going to get really drunk?
Right.
That's a weird thing to do, I think.
Just panic and be like, well...
That picture, though, he looks so...
how do you... I bet that was weird for everybody. They're like... Everyone's like, who the fuck?
Yeah, who is this guy? Like... Oh, he's outside. Lock the door. And then he just passes out in the morning. Like, they wake up. They're like, yeah, he's still there. Should we call someone? Nah.
You'd probably just take a picture of him. I don't know. It's fucking... Look at this lame... Is that throw up or is that hair?
I think that's throw up.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's a bad night.
Is that a double step?
That's the...
Or no, it's not. It looked like it was stairs kind of. So I was like, is your arm like just in half right now?
Oh, God, yeah. No, that looks like a bad
really
night.
Really uncomfortable. You're going to have the worst back pain in the morning.
Seriously. Alright, next is Richard Ashton says, I started talking in different accents, Russian, Indian, Irish, etc., and having a full-blown conversation with myself while narrating the whole damn thing. Now, like, just imagining this in my head, it sounds very funny, because you could be like...
Sounds complicated.
Like, oi, you fucker, he said. I will beat you, you bitch! The man returned. like, imagine watching someone do that.
Dude, that's pretty funny.
For like an hour. Just a full conversation in different accents.
Through different accents, just talking to himself.
That's like, what kind of drunk is that? That would be like a...
That's existential drunk. That's like where you...
That's like absinthe
You develop...
drunk.
Yeah, you develop a new personality. Absinthe drunk, dude.
That's like insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... Oh my god.
I want to see you do this in real life. That would be really entertaining to me. Stephanie Marie Katlowski says, I tried to break into an insurance company building, puked on the sidewalk, fell and cut my leg open, and woke up with pieces of taco meat and cheese in my hair. What? She doesn't explain where she got the taco meat and the cheese.
Did somebody else drunk walk by and just...
That's what I'm thinking.
I got you.
Yeah.
Trying to help out. Saw your wound and was like, don't worry.
Right, yeah. I'll heal you with cheese and taco meat. Why'd you try to break into an insurance company building?
Yeah, that seems
you weirdo. That's the weirdest thing to break into.
What are you going to do with that information?
Yeah, there's nothing in there that could benefit you.
Wow, what the fuck? Find all the people with like the shitty insurance and crash into them?
Yeah. I'm going to get mine one day. Alright, this one. Nathan Sanders. I just turned 18, got drunk, and thought I was the predator. I was hiding in the tree, ended up falling on top of the hottest girl at my birthday party. It's like, what kind of predator did you think you were? This doesn't sound like the predator from the movie. This sounds like an actual predator. Friends at my birthday party ended up kicking my ass because I was hunting humans.
I thought I was.
I mean, it sounds like you climbed a tree and jumped on the hottest girl to try to rape her.
Yeah.
Because you were a predator, not the one you thought. So, I don't know.
Right. I always feel bad when people were like, just blackout drunk and they get the shit kicked out of them.
That's not
stupid.
fair.
Because it's like,
that's not fair.
It's like, you're not even fighting a person anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's clearly, he has no coherent, you could shove him and you'd win. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, shit like that always is like a...
I've seen people try to lean up against a house and fall over.
Right.
It's like, why would you kick the shit out of that person?
Yeah, it's just like, they already lost, dude.
Like, yeah, you can't...
They're already going to have the worst time in the morning. They don't also need to have broken teeth.
Yeah. Alright, Forest Rain Sage says, first time drinking socially, bit of Jaeger, bit of Shine, 32 Bud Lights. I question that.
Yeah,
I don't believe you on that. And a couple Coronas. Wound up ruining their porch, fucking my ex in the pool, and getting shingle burn on my knees. Wow. Needless to say, I woke up outside. I'm going to call you out on that 32 Bud Lights.
I think that's a bit exaggerated.
Especially with Jaeger, Shine, and Corona. Then 32 Bud Lights.
Yeah.
I think at that point, most humans would be on the ground.
Yeah, even if you had just left out the Bud Lights, like just a couple Coronas, some Jaeger, and some Shine, I would have been like, yeah, that's sure.
Yeah, the moonshine is fucking harsh.
It's a good amount. I didn't need the 32 Bud Lights. Well, yeah, I don't believe you, Forest Rain Sage. But I don't know. The rest of it might be true. I mean, shingle burn sucks. That's not fun.
What is that? I've never
It's
gotten
like from
that.
a roof, like shingles. You ever like slid
okay.
down a roof on accident?
Oh.
Oh boy, that type
So
of
it's
tear
just like
is
rug
not
burn
fun.
almost?
No, it's way worse. It's like concrete burn. Like imagine like just skidding your knee on concrete.
So it
It's
sounds like you've done this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, many a time. Yeah.
Tell me one event.
I used to just, I don't know why. I was a fucking stupid kid. I think that's why my body's all fucked up. And I used to just jump off my fucking house. Like, just,
okay.
like, not into anything, just onto the ground. Like, I was
Okay.
just, we'd be playing, like,
This
tag.
looks fun.
We'd be playing, like, tag. It started just playing tag, and I was like, I'm not gonna lose. So, like, if somebody would follow me up on the roof, I'm like, well, follow this, bitch. And I just jump off the house, and they'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. You had to
so
one-up 'em.
Yeah, so I was on the roof a lot, is my point. But we were jumping off into the pool one time, and I was up there, and I went to go, and the shingle that I was standing on just, like, gave way. And so I was like, oh, fuck. And I, like, slipped and just slid down on my knees down the roof, and it was just like, flat, flat, just like too good, just like clank, clank, and like full shingle on my knee. It was like, just like, ah! Yeah.
I also want to know how you ruined their porch. Like, what did you
probably the
poop
bloody
on it?
knees.
Yeah. Or off the roof.
Yeah, onto the porch,
fell through
into
the
her
porch,
ex-girlfriend, or
into his
ex-boyfriend.
ex-girlfriend, into the pool,
All
and
at
then
once.
woke up 8
In the
hours
pool,
later. Yeah.
inside boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Avery Garner says, I tried to fuck a girl on her period. We tried. Failed, and then she threw up everywhere. This was in her truck after a Carnifex show. Imagine this. This sounds like the worst night in the world to me. So, he's at a Carnifex show.
Yeah,
They're both drunk.
Already worst night ever.
They're both drunk. Tried to fuck a girl. She's on her period. It failed, so there's that awkward, like, yeah, we just tried that and now it's messy and we failed. And then she throws up everywhere in the truck.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there fucking, like, hard with puke all over you in your truck after a Carnifex show. Like,
you're just tired as fuck.
That sounds like the worst night ever.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Isaac Chavez Chivera says, one time a buddy of mine asked me to drop him off from a party, but on the way he passed out and I forgot he was there. I ended up going home and passing out, leaving him in the back seat. My mom found him a couple hours later and thought he was dead.
Damn. That's pretty funny, though.
So,
Dude, can you imagine how fucking creepy that would have been if he had been back there and you were like going to work the next day? You're just like, God.
Yeah, it's like
Dude,
really
just like-
tinted windows, you can't see
Yeah, it's
inside.
just some dude just like,
But like, how do you forget that your friend is in the back seat?
well, he clearly drove drunk home and just
Yeah,
like,
which
whatever.
retarded,
Probably
but-
just completely forgot. His friend was probably like, remember Jeff drunk when he just like put him in the back seat and like,
Yeah.
whatever, just leave him there.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah.
But then, he probably just got home and was just like, oh, that's the end of my night.
Yeah, you want to tell that story? That was funny.
Yeah, dude. So what was the party for?
It was I think
Daddy
it
Rock?
might have been the Daddy Rock shoot or the housewarming party.
It was a Daddy Rock shoot.
Yeah.
Because Austin was there. Austin Hode. But our buddy Jeff, he's a buddy from like school and stuff that I used to go to school with. He came over and him and our buddy Noah, and they just got fucking trashed. It was fucking really funny because Noah, he did something stupid and he like slipped and fell into the garage door, and then we were like, okay, you need to stop drinking, man.
Yeah.
And then he's like, who's taking you home? And he's like, oh, Jeff is. And just without hesitation, standing completely still, Jeff just goes and falls to the fucking, like, he falls backwards, and there's some cardboard leaning up against the wall, so he just like hits it and then like slowly falls down while holding a Bud Light. He's just like,
this guy's taking me home.
but it was just, it could not have been better. It was literally
Yeah.
like, you probably think I'm bullshitting you, but there was a group of people that saw it. He was literally like, who's taking you home? And he's like, Jeff. And he goes,
He just falls
just
over.
on cue.
So drunk.
Just gives out and just falls standing still. And then anyway, he fucking passes out on the couch. And
I missed half of this,
yeah,
by the
he's
way.
a big boy. So it took like 4 of us to get it because he was just dead weight.
Yeah.
And we got him out, and we got like halfway through, and he was like,
I saw
he
this
was like
part.
in half, and his shirt was like up. And he was making weird noises, and so like somebody laughed and gave their weight out, and so he like kind of fell, and then we just like dropped him basically, and then he was like half naked in the street.
I saw that.
And then I came up and I started playing bongos on his belly because I was a little drunk too. And then Noah just was like put his like ass in his face and started twerking above it. He didn't like touch his face, but he's just like twerking over Jeff's unconscious body.
Oh my god!
And he's like folded up in like the
and he has
C.
this shit-eating grin on his face.
Yeah, he's smiling
the
like the whole time, just like. Yeah, it just has this, he didn't even kind of open his eyes once. I was literally, I was slapping his face. I was like in his tummy, like fucking full on fellation. But no, not that one. But so we picked him up. We put him in the fucking car. Which took forever to get him in, and then we seatbelted him in, and then they took him. Our friend Adrian took both of them home. Yeah. And as soon as this fucker gets home, like they pull in. Put the car in park, and Jeff wakes up and is just like, "Oh, where are we?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we're home." This motherfucker goes inside, cracks another beer, and starts drinking again.
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Insane. Yeah, I remember one time at the old house, I was having, I think it was a New Year's party or something. Yeah. And I don't remember his name, but he was like in a band that one of my friends brought, and he comes walking. Do you remember this? He came walking out the back door. We have that little lip where the sliding glass door was. He tripped and fucking face planted right in the deck. We're all in a circle standing around, all of us. He just bam hits the ground. He's like, like, and this is maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We had barely even started having some drinks, and he's shit faced. And then an hour later. It was my buddy Jake. He brought him. Okay. I was like, "Hey Jake, where's your really intoxicated friend?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we put him in the backseat of the car because he passed out." And it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. God, I was like, "Your friend has a problem, dude! Like, holy shit!"
Way too hard. Way
for
too
real.
Was that the same one where we were like mixing drinks at the beginning of the night to like try? Or was that the next year? I think
that might have been. It might have been one of those.
I was gonna say because that time we fucked up on that one. At least I did.
Yeah.
Because we were making all those drinks before it. We were like, well, we're gonna make party drinks for everybody. Let's make some new ones and like. So we were mixing shit and then we'd try it to see if it was good. So
yeah.
And by the end, and we didn't want to waste it, so I ended up taking like most of it. So by the time people started showing up, I was just like hammered.
I think one of my worst nights I remember. Or I should say one of the worst times I've been drunk without throwing up is remember when
the one we went bowling?
Yes. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Remember?
You had peppermint schnapps.
Dude, no,
in the car.
So Katie had that apple pie Everclear.
Yeah.
We killed me, you and her killed the whole bottle and she had like 2 shots. So we killed the whole bottle and then I pulled out the Rumple Mints. We had like a shot.
Those are so gross.
Yeah, it's so thick. But I took the bottle and I was just sipping on it, for the next like hour. Then we go to the bowling alley, and then we get to the bowling alley, and I get a pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
And me and you drank that whole pitcher of beer, and that's probably the closest I've ever been to not remembering. Like I remember when I don't remember who it was that was driving us back, but I remember just being in the back seat, just like please let us be home. Please let us be home. Are we home yet? Are we home yet? Because I just felt like so shitty. I never threw up. I never threw up. But like I got home and I went upstairs to the bathroom. I just closed the door. And I was like, I need a moment away from everybody. Like, and I just was in the bathroom for like an hour. And I remember like Katie came up at like 45 minutes of me being in the bathroom. Like she's finally like, "Hey, you alright?" I was like, "Fuck off!" I was just like, "Fuck off, you!" Dude. Yeah, but yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was bad.
Do you remember when Neurotic November stayed over?
God,
how the level of drunk I was?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You were picking a fight with their guitarist.
That dude is a fucking fool,
yeah,
dude.
No, he was.
He was talking. He was like, "Yeah, all we need is the black community, man. That's the we get the black community."
His thing was like,
and he was like Hispanic too, and I was like, "What are you fucking talking like that for?" Like,
yeah, well, his thing was like the only reason that their music wasn't getting the recognition that it should have was because the black community wasn't supporting it. Yeah, and that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like you're a metalcore band and you're blaming the black community for the reason why you're not getting the views you should be getting, and he was like so insistent. But you got drunk and you came in, I remember, and you stood in the kitchen with this guy for 40 minutes arguing with this guy, and I remember just standing there like,
I don't remember any of that.
Are they gonna fight? Like, what is happening?
Right. I would have thought of it.
Like, you were like, yeah, so like, why, but like, why are you so dumb? Like, you were just like so, and the guy was just like, well, man, you know, it's just like blah blah blah, and a couple times I was like, hey, he's drunk, and like, you know, it's cool, he's cool, you know, whatever, and so he wasn't like upset, but you were just so like, pushing it. Man, why are you being so stupid, man?
I remember he was laying down at one point, and I still was just like, I think he was like, his eyes were closed, and I was like, if only we had the ball. Like, it was over, and I was still trashed. So I remember I was sitting in the kitchen, I was just looking at him sleeping, and I was just like, Fully real.
Yeah. That was a fun
dude,
night, but
it was so funny though, because remember when I walked in, everybody was sleeping, and I came in the front door. I had a huge bag of popcorn and a Monster.
Yeah.
I tripped through the Monster across the living room, and it hit the wall, and the popcorn goes everywhere, and I thud. And just like the whole band is just like, what the fuck? Just like, and I was like,
dude, that was weird for me too, because I hadn't seen you like
I
that.
was so fucked
like,
up,
ever.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. That was, oh my gosh.
Dude,
They were terrible,
I
though.
drank so much before I came home. Like, it was like, my buddy, his brother's fiance had, like, got this huge, like, income check or whatever.
Yeah.
She's, like, partial Indian, so she got, like, money when she turned 21. And she bought each of us our own fifth, and then I drank my own fifth. And then I was that level of drunk where I was, like, trying to prove stuff to people for whatever reason. You remember when I used to let people just, like, hit me in the fucking head?
Yeah.
It was, like, one of those things. So there was a bottle, and I was just like, how much of that do you think I could fucking drink? And they were like, I don't know. And then I was like, all right. It was like, it was like that shitty, not Jim Beam, but like the one that sounds like that. It's like another name.
Jack Daniels?
No. It's like a cheap one.
Oh, I don't know.
But it was like a honey one though. But I just fucking it was a fresh bottle. I slammed like that much of it up there after drinking like a fifth.
Yeah.
And just like an inhuman amount of alcohol. And then
you can hold alcohol.
Yeah,
though,
I'm a big boy. I got alcohol in my blood.
Like you can get belligerent and shit, but you can fucking still be up and like, what's up? Like you don't pass out for shit.
Dude, no, I go hard when I do it. So I had to stop.
No, they were shitty though.
Yeah,
they were like the one girl. She had like a bunch of problems that she was yelling about.
Yeah,
the whole
she was
night.
like on her phone,
and we
like,
had just met them.
Yeah, they were like,
and so they were like doing that, and then
Homeboy, the fucking
vocalist,
day rate vocalist, he was
just like walking around
like
in
half
his
naked,
underwear.
yeah, and he's like just peeing with the door open and shit. It's being real rude. I'm pretty sure he had a fake British accent, which was weird.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but like, yeah, he was just like really like what?
Yeah, it was
like,
weird.
He invited you into our house. You're walking around in your underwear.
Just
There's like a bunch of
fucking
girls around, like our girlfriends and shit, and then like leaving the door open and pissing. Like we're all just like right there. It's like,
thanks for being a dick, man.
Okay.
Dude,
yeah. It was...
the best part of that whole night though is that the next morning I don't know why I was up, but I think I was going to bed actually is what it was. I wasn't up. It was just morning though. And I was going to bed, and the vocalist, he got up to go to the bathroom, and he pulled his blanket and it knocked over the stool.
Oh yeah!
And her was sleeping, and it just went boom, just right on his fucking forehead.
I remember.
And he just goes, ah! He just wakes up like, what the fuck, dude? And he's just like, sorry, and like doesn't even stop to be like, are you good? He's just like, sorry, and he goes and pees with the door open again. And I'm at the top of the stairs just like watching this dude. He's just writhing in pain. He's like, oh my god, what's happening? It was so fucking funny. It's just like the most gentle like tug, just like
bam!
Right on his forehead.
It was metal too.
Yeah, it could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if it hit his teeth, dude?
Oh god.
Swallow his fucking teeth. That would have been bad. But because it was his forehead, it was so funny. Oh my god.
Maybe we should get back to the...
Yeah, sorry for that tangent, but...
Ryan Osmond says, my best friend had a party one night, and I got so drunk on Dad's homemade wine that when the party was over, I got someone to give me a ride home. I lived across the street. It's just like...
Who's that
I can't walk 10 feet. Please!
That enabler friend who's just like, don't worry, I'll take you.
Yeah.
Like, reverses into their driveway.
Yeah, right? He's like...
For real.
Get out of the car, you idiot!
That's pretty funny.
I thought that was pretty good. William Lewis Lawrence says, 2 years ago on Xmas Eve, I got smashed where I work, and I apparently had a wank in the smoking hut. Is that a British thing, a smoking hut? Because I don't know what a smoking hut is.
It says wank, so I would assume so.
Yeah.
In the smoking hut, yeah. Because...
Probably just like a designated smoking area, I imagine.
But
I like how he says, I apparently had a wank.
You had a wank.
So someone caught you and told you that you you were wanking in the smoking hut.
Yeah, you were jerking your little wank.
And it was at your work, so did you get fired or what?
Yeah, maybe now. Do you still work there?
Yeah.
This might
it's
be
like, when I get drunk, I have to wank.
I just
gotta wank it when I get drunk, boy. Justin Peterson, I was on tour in San Diego and tried selling some merch to a street raccoon. Austin, this is your guitar player. Would you like to elaborate on this story?
So we were in San Diego.
Yes, we've established.
We played our show. It was pretty sweet. The bar had cold cock, so naturally we all got drunk. Justin, particularly, I don't know what happened with him, but he was
in a mood.
He was fucking slam-burgered, my guy. He like we couldn't find him for a while, and then I don't remember who I was with, but I came around the corner and he was leaning against a dumpster by himself. He had a sandwich in his hand, and there was a fucking like a feral raccoon eating the sandwich, and he was like, "Yeah, man, he's like, our merch is like, we got 2 for 50, like shirts for $10. CDs are like 5.
Hey, at least he does his hustle even when he's fucked up.
It's fucked up, letting this feral creature eat out of his hands. This trash, and he's just like,
God.
Yeah, man.
Dude, raccoons are scary too.
Yeah.
Kind of rabies or some shit.
Luckily, he had a sandwich, so it wasn't like fucking with
nibbling on his fingers.
Right? Yeah. I was like, what if the sandwich gets down too far? It's gonna start eating you.
That's so funny. Way to be, Justin. Way to be. way to pimp that merch, man. Robbie Wright says, a few years ago, after drinking a bunch of vodka, I witnessed my cousin get up off the couch, take his pants off, throw them on the floor, and piss on them.
It's really fucked up.
The next morning, he had no memory of what happened and put his pants back on before freaking out.
Oh, they're probably cold.
How drunk do you have to be to rip your pants off, throw them on the floor, and then proceed to piss on them?
For real.
I've never been to a point where I'm like, I'm going to piss on my pants.
He's like, fuck it.
I mean,
sometimes you're like, I'm going to take them off, put them on the ground, and then pee onto them. Like,
yeah. See, this is a thing that I don't think alcohol is. I mean, alcohol does obviously allow this to happen, but it's not an excuse for some things. Because I've been to the point of passed out, throwing up, can't even stand up drunk.
Yeah.
Long time ago. And I've never thought, I'm going to throw my pants on the floor and urinate on them.
No, yeah, that's the next level.
That's some, like, fucking shit.
Yeah, that's some shit you got going into that. You're just like, oh, maybe you need
I've always wanted to do this.
I just want my pee-pee pants.
And this is my excuse to finally do it.
Fetish, little pee-pee pants boy.
Alright. Dasmo Goring says, we used to play a game called Fuck a Fatty. If you rooted the biggest, ugliest girl, the boys had to shoot drinks all night. One night, my mate took home what looked like a trainee, but we never found out. First of all, I want to comment on the name of your game. The laziest name I've ever heard.
Yeah,
fuck a fatty. Well, this is a game where like you just gotta fuck a fat chick. We want to call. I don't fuck a fatty.
You should call it You call it like Juice the Moose or something.
Juice the Moose.
That sounds way better because that could be anything. I could be like going for a drink. I gotta go pee. I gotta go juice the moose. But yeah, or fuck a fat.
Juice the Moose.
I gotta go juice the moose.
Oh my god.
It's fucking funny. That's what the game should be called.
Yeah, change it to Juice the Moose.
Can we get a t-shirt? This is
Juice the Moose. Thumbs up for a Juice the Moose t-shirt. William Featherman says, I woke up naked on my friend's roof with no idea how I got there.
See, that would be the scariest thing to me, waking up naked.
Dude, right?
I would just be like...
Naked!
What happened?
On a friend's roof.
Yeah, it's just like something bad happened.
That's like the only reasonable explanation is you were having sex on a roof and the girl left and you woke up by yourself.
Or maybe he had this sick prank planned and then it just took too long and he fell asleep.
And he fell asleep.
Yeah, he was waiting. He's like, I'm gonna jump down and just be like, I'm a naked dude. Then he's just like, okay,
I'm a naked dude.
I bet you can't catch me.
Right.
I bet you can't catch me.
Alright, that was the last one for the worst drunk nights ever. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
Appreciate it.
Hit a like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to check out our Patreon where you can support us financially so we can keep doing these videos. And check out our Facebook page. Click that like button on the Facebook and leave a comment when we ask these questions and you can see yourself featured in a future video. Thank you so much for watching. Austin?
Yeah, what he said, those are all good words. Check out the Patreon, be a guy, come over there, talk to me, I'll talk back, we can tickle our little bits together.
Oh, and we're going to start doing monthly giveaways on the Patreon, too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, so...
If you want to sign up even for $1 a month to support us, you can possibly get some cool band shirts and CDs, and...
Hell yeah, we're going to make a little bundle box.
Little bundle boxes once a month giveaways.
Hand-picked Dickie Dines, fucking good...
Maybe some personally drawn stuff,
yeah, maybe
maybe one of a kind.
Maybe a hand-drawn meme or two.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.